Corey Gamble might have endured being Kris Jenner's tomboy boyfriend for 10 years, but their relationship was like a ticking time bomb that has finally detonated. The explosion occurred when Kris proposed marriage to Corey, and he shockingly turned her down. Now, according to insiders, Kris is spiraling out of control. The roots of this drama trace back to events from season 5 of The Kardashians, where a series of developments led Kris to announce her plans to marry Corey when she turned 70. She even began planning her bridal party. Reports suggest that Jenner hinted at her upcoming wedding with Corey, asserting that she was serious about her marital intentions. She mentioned to her two best friends that they could be her bridesmaids when she got married. However, according to reliable sources, Corey was adamantly against the idea, indicating that he had no desire to take their already turbulent relationship to the next level. Given everything that's unfolded, it seems their relationship was nothing more than a glaring red flag. With a 25-year age gap, and Corey being a young, attractive man who cannot have children due to Kris being nearly 70, one can't help but wonder about the dynamics of their relationship.
I used to say to Corey all the time when I first started dating him, like, why do you want to date somebody older than you? I didn't get the age gap. And then he taught me that age is just a number.
People often question Corey about why he would date someone so much older, but he would always say that age is just a number. This situation has sparked much discussion, especially since the latest insider information is hotter than usual. So, stick with me until the end of this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more entertainment insights. For those unfamiliar with Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble's relationship, the two first met in 2014 at a mutual friend's birthday party, and they've been inseparable ever since. They made their public debut a few months later, and since then, they've been seen together at red carpet events, traveling the globe, and attending various high-profile functions. However, don't let these appearances fool you into thinking their relationship was perfect beneath the surface. There was a silent cry for help from Corey. It wasn't a 911 emergency, but a desperate call for assistance. Initially, like many other blended families, Kris Jenner's daughters didn't approve of Corey when he was first introduced to them. While it's common for children to be hesitant or not immediately warm to a new step-parent, this situation was different because it played out in front of millions of viewers, adding layers of embarrassment and humiliation for Corey. He was already facing allegations of being with Kris just for her money, a claim that many still believe to this day. After all, as we all know, money can make people do things they wouldn't normally do. In 2015, a year after they met, Corey was introduced on the family's reality show, and Kim Kardashian immediately showed hostility towards him. To this day, he hasn't fully recovered from the sting of that initial cold shoulder. Kim expressed concern for her mother, advising her to take things slow. She said she hoped Kris would think things through because she didn't want her to rush into anything. Kris, furious at the criticism, fired back, saying she couldn't do anything without being criticized and that everyone seemed to want answers, adding, "It's like you're all haters." The tension escalated to the point where in 2017, Kim faked a breakup between Kris and Corey in an attempt to push him out, even posting a picture of her mom with the caption, "Single white female." Adding insult to injury, Khloe Kardashian also expressed disapproval of Corey, leading him to finally snap. Corey, clearly fed up, said, "I like all of why all, but why all are girls? I'm a dude and I know how this stuff goes. I'm a young guy, dating your mom, we're technically peers to add to the drama." In 2022, Corey skipped Kourtney Kardashian's wedding, claiming he didn't want too much attention, which, to me, sounds like trouble in paradise. This brings us to one of the main reasons Corey declined Kris's marriage proposal, but wait, something seems off here. When does a woman propose to a man rather than the other way around? While it's certainly possible, acceptable, and empowering for women to do so, statistics show that only 5% of married couples involve a woman proposing. This suggests that it's quite rare. In the case of Kris and Corey, it hints that Corey doesn't feel like the man in the relationship, which could be a nightmare for him. Kris Jenner is clearly the leader, the decision-maker, essentially the man in their relationship, while Corey often seems like an accessory she carries around. Even when they travel together, it's always about Kris being on business or Kendall Jenner walking the red carpet, leaving Corey feeling emasculated. Thank you for sticking with me so far. If you're still watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Given that Kris Jenner is the dominant partner, it seems she brought Corey into her life for convenience and intimacy. When they first got together, she even told her daughters she was exhausted from too much intimacy, implying that was the main reason Corey was around. This situation brings to mind Kim Kardashian's confession about dating Pete Davidson for his Big D energy, admitting that she wasn't thinking about a serious relationship, just the physical aspect. Returning to Kris, insiders revealed that Kori was deeply disturbed by allegations that Kris had sexually harassed her bodyguard, a man who resembled Kori in appearance. This left Kori feeling disrespected on top of everything else we've discussed. What reportedly shocked him the most was that Kris allegedly went after someone who looked just like him. Kori's decision to decline Kris's marriage proposal may have shocked many, but when you take a closer look, it seems almost inevitable given the circumstances. Kris, as the powerful matriarch of the Kardashian-Jenner empire, has always been a dominant force, both in her family and in her personal relationships. This dynamic undoubtedly influenced her relationship with Kori, where she often took the lead, making most of the decisions. For Kori, this imbalance may have felt suffocating over time, leading him to reject the idea of formalizing their relationship further. On the other hand, Kris's decision to propose to Kori might have been driven by a desire to solidify their relationship after years of being together. However, the fact that Kori turned her down suggests that he may have been grappling with his own doubts and concerns about where their relationship was headed. For someone who has spent years in the shadow of Kris's immense public persona, it's possible that Kori felt like he was losing his own identity, which could have made the thought of marriage even more daunting. The age difference between them, often a topic of discussion, might have played a role as well. While Kori initially brushed off the 25-year age gap by saying that age is just a number, over time, this difference might have contributed to a growing disconnect between them. With Kris approaching 70 and Kori still in the prime of his life, the realities of their age gap could have led to differing priorities and expectations for the future. Adding to the complexity is the ongoing scrutiny and judgment from Kris's family, especially her daughters. Their disapproval and public criticism of Kori have been a constant strain on the relationship. While it's common for children to be protective of their parents, in this case, the Kardashian-Jenner clan's influence is immense, and their opinions carry a lot of weight. This constant pressure from Kris's family likely added to Kori's frustration and feelings of alienation. The incident involving the bodyguard who resembled Kori is another layer of the saga that can't be overlooked. According to insiders, Kori was deeply troubled by the allegations against Kris and the uncanny resemblance between him and the bodyguard. This situation likely exacerbated Kori's feelings of disrespect and discomfort in the relationship, contributing to his decision to say no to marriage. Public reaction to Kori's rejection of Kris's proposal has been mixed, with many people expressing that they saw this coming. Some believe that Kori is simply tired of Kris's controlling nature and being treated like a subordinate. Others think that Kris is facing the consequences of her actions, suggesting that she's receiving a dose of her own medicine. Regardless of where one stands, it's clear that the dynamics of their relationship have left a lasting impact on both of them. In conclusion, the relationship between Kris Jenner and Kori Gamble has been anything but ordinary. It's a story filled with power dynamics, public scrutiny, and personal struggles. As we continue to watch how this unfolds, it's a reminder that even in the world of glitz and glamour, relationships are complex and often fraught with challenges. Whether or not they can move past this latest hurdle remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: their story is far from over. Thank you for staying with me throughout this deep dive into Kris and Kori's relationship. If you enjoyed this analysis, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future updates. I'll see you in the next video.